Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to NoDQ&A video here on NoDQ.com. I am the owner of NoDQ, Aaron Rift. Hell in the Cell was last night. Raw's tonight. We got a lot going on, so let's get right down to your questions. What did you think about the ending of Hell in a Cell? I thought it was really well done. WWE is in the PG era. I thought the whole ending with John Cena being locked out of the cage and then Alberto Del Rio using that to his advantage and winning the match, winning back the WWE title. I thought it was unique. I thought it was something different, a different way to utilize the cell. You know, with the whole PG limitations, you got to do something different. So, thumbs up to WWE on that, using that to advance the whole storyline between John Cena and Alberto Del Rio. As I mentioned on the quick recap video, it looks like the whole John Cena title win was just a way to get a cheap rating, just pop a rating. And I wasn't really a big fan of that, but having Alberto Del Rio as champion going into the Tour of Mexico is what makes sense, and having John Cena chase the title, that's what makes sense at this point. And then the aftermath with Miz and R-Truth coming out, really well done. I like this whole outsider storyline with Miz and R-Truth, and the whole idea of Triple H losing control as each week progresses. So it makes you want to tune into Raw and see what's going to happen next. So yeah, definitely a big plus in that regard. Overall, you know, decent pay-per-view by WWE. The Mark Henry is still the World Heavyweight Champion, which I was a little surprised. As I mentioned before, I was thinking Orton was going to get it back and that it was just going to be a brief run, but I'm glad WWE is giving Mark Henry a shot here and continuing to push him as a monster. Well done. What do you think about Cody Rhodes bringing back the old IC title at Hell in a Cell? I thought it was pretty cool. As I mentioned before on other videos, I was a big fan of the old school IC title belt design. That was one of my favorites, so I'm glad they brought it back, and it's something different to do with Cody Rhodes because his gimmick is getting a little bit stale, and you know, just bringing back the belt, it's something different. I do give WWE some credit with the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in terms of trying to do some different things, and you know, it wasn't super predictable. It was, you know, Miz and R-Truth was expected, but the way they did it, I thought, like I said, was really well done. And that includes the whole IC title. You know, just, I liked it. Hey, Aaron, did you see Hell in a Cell finish 25 minutes early last night? It's pathetic that people pay these prices for pay-per-views and then don't even get 3 full hours. WWE wonders why their buy rates are dropping. Well, this was the first time in a while where it ended really early, and it is a problem if it keeps happening time and time again, but sometimes, you know, just things happen that are out of your control and the pay-per-view just ends early, you know. Sometimes it runs late. You know, everything is timed to go a certain way, but it doesn't always go that way. I think if it happens again, there could be a problem, but for now, I just think it was just a one-time incident where it just ended early for whatever reason. Hey, Aaron, do you prefer Alex Riley as a face or heel? I think he is much better as a heel. Your thoughts? Well, when he first turned face, it looked really promising. He had a lot of fire when he beat up the Miz. The crowd was just going crazy for it and getting really behind him. But yeah, he's kind of floundered in the last couple months. So maybe he's best off staying as a heel for the time being. Definitely, when he was a heel, he was able to get the heat, and he's pretty good on the mic. So yeah, at this point, I would just put him back as a heel because he's really lost in the shuffle right now, and a heel turn could do him a lot of good. And we've been saying that about guys like John Morrison for the longest time, that they need to turn heel and freshen up their character or whatever. Especially Morrison, he's in limbo right now. Do you see Zack Ryder becoming a champion soon? I see him being a United States champion sometime in 2012. I definitely think it's a possibility. Right now, I kind of see Zack Ryder as like the new Santino Marella, especially with Marella being off TV right now due to injury. I remember Marella was IC champion, so yeah, I think Zack Ryder has a good shot at getting it at some point. He's starting to, the WWE is finally starting to do something with him. He got a win on SmackDown this week. So yeah, good things seem to be ahead for Zack Ryder. We'll see what happens. Do you think Stone Cold could still put on a good match? Absolutely. If he's in there with the right guy, I think he could have a great match. If he's in there with a CM Punk or a Randy Orton, I think Steve Austin would be able to go at 95%. I'm sure he's not going to be able to ever go at 100% again, but even 95% Steve Austin would still be tremendous. When did WWE realize Rock was turning into a movie star and would be leaving WWE? I think it was around the time after WrestleMania 17 when he was gone for about 4 or 5 months. At that point, you kind of figure that he's starting to make that transition into movies, and it wasn't just a one-shot deal. Like in 2000, he did that Scorpion King sequel or the Mummy sequel, whatever it was. It was like around April 2000. He was gone for like a week or two, and that was it. He just made like a brief. Yeah, I think it was the Mummy sequel because he only had the small role in that. So, yeah, but by the time 2001 came along and he actually did the Scorpion King and he was gone for 4 months, that was kind of the sign that he wasn't going to be sticking around, and he was starting to make that transition into movies full time. Was it a mistake to have Randy Orton turn face after he first won the world title, as opposed to Hunter being kicked out of Evolution by Orton, a la The Rock with Farouk and the Nation? If so, why do you think WWE didn't do it? Well, of course, it was a bad idea in hindsight, but at the time, Randy Orton, at SummerSlam, he got a huge reaction when he came out and won the title, so it looked like that there was that momentum of him becoming a babyface and being a top champion as the good guy. But it just didn't work out that way. Once the trigger was pulled, the fans didn't really react that much to Orton as a babyface, so he was quickly turned back heel, and yeah, that was the best move, to keep him as a heel for a while, and only recently he went back to being a face, but now he's so popular and he's developed his character so well that he can be a babyface. But yeah, at the time, yeah, it would have been best just to keep him as a heel, but yeah, they did what they did, and you never know. Alright, that about does it for No DQ&A video here on NoDQ.com. Leave a comment, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. We have Vengeance coming up in 3 weeks, yet another WWE pay-per-view. What are your predictions for Vengeance? What would you like to see as the main event? What do you expect to happen? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Keep subscribing. YouTube.com/NoDQCAW. Tell a friend. Tell anybody you know that watches wrestling. Have them check out the show. And with that, we will see you next time for No DQ&A video.